Hello and welcome to another episode of the... Wait a minute. Nope, this is not Magic Arena Run. As I said before, I'm trying to expand my content a little bit, and until I could get the a proper setup, proper headset and whatnot, I'm going to be going through some of the adventure games that I've played through before. This one's a bit of an obscure title. This one's The Last Door. It's made by this Spanish company known as the Game Kitchen. Let's see if we could get connection to them. No, I think we'll see their logo in the in part of the opening blurb. Nice thing to note is that they're currently developing a Metroidvania style game with really great graphics. You might have heard of it. It's called Blasphemous. This one is one of their first works. The company was well known for great atmosphere, even with the use of simple pixel art. I wouldn't call it basic. Basic's the wrong term for that. They've also added options like closed captions is a must, but also dyslexia-friendly fonts. Try reading that. Not so great. So we're going to. So I really want to go through the second season of this. This one came out in two different seasons on Steam. Each season had 4 episodes. There are also a bunch of there are plenty of extras in the first set of the collector's editions. Not so much in the second one, but the second one had much more content. That said, the first season's not a slouch either. In fact, this might be one of the stronger ones. Please be advised that this is a horror adventure game, so there are some jump scares. I would not classify anything that I've seen as gore, at least not in episode 1. Okay, I'm kind of hand wavy on that one. But there are gonna be some genuine moments of fright and some things that you would not expect to scare you. They definitely scared me the first time I went through it. So with that said, oh yeah, another note, there is a really disturbing scene in episode 1. I might put how do you say this? Yeah, I might put the timeline I might put the time code if you want to skip beyond that portion. I'll leave that in the description. But there is one scene that is generally disturbing. At least it's in the very beginning. It doesn't affect the story much. So we're gonna restart this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a biggie. Should I even do voicing for this? After all the things I've seen. Even tells you it's rope. Can't interact much right now, but it does give you the basics on what to do in an adventure game. After all the things I've done. Let's see. I cannot escape the course my life has taken. Now I am beyond redemption. Yep. Last warning. If you want to look away now. I'll let you know when to come back. I just hope you can forgive me someday. Last chance, people. Yours sincerely, Anthony Beechwood. Okay, you can look back now. So now people were genuinely disturbed, especially people who've had experiences with close shaves, either with suicide or known people who have committed suicide. So that one, seeing it's pixel art, but just the mere concept can be very disturbing. I guess that's what makes it quite powerful. Now, I apologize if the music is quite loud for this one. I should have set it a bit lower, but let's be honest, this is actually very great music. It's actually one of the things that got me to love this game when it first started out. I could skip it, but yeah, that was kind of in. So as you can see, set back way back, October 1891. Videtene Kiskiat. Okay, that's Latin. That was all my childhood friend Anthony Beechworth had written in his letter. It had been many years since I had heard that sentence. It was the motto of the science and philosophy group that we had secretly run as students, back when we were in that secluded boarding school in Scotland. But we had left it all behind, like mere childhood memories. That letter was unusual. It could have only meant something awful must have happened. Something that must remain absolutely secret. Now, just a quick note, as I said, this was a Spanish the game development company. The original script for this game was in Spanish, so there might be a few. I wouldn't call it bits of weirdness. They've actually done a very good job of translating the game. Community also contributed quite a bit as well. I had to find out what was going on. Without delay, I took the first morning train to Sussex and made my way to the address on the letter. And there it was, the old house of Anthony's family, the Beechworth Manor. Fields surrounding the house stretched majestically as far as the eye can see. I did not know Anthony was the owner of such a property. One clue as to when its English was written by people who are who studied English as second language is formality. The more formal the dialogues sounds, like lack of contractions and whatnot, the more likely it's been written. Those crows are too vicious. Getting close could be dangerous. Well, that one would fit even in regular language. Garbage bin. Judging by the foul odor, I would say it's not been emptied in a fortnight. Murder of crows is eating eagerly. There are so many birds that I cannot see their prey from here. It's latched from the inside. So there is a quick travel function, which is quite good. But I guess we're quick traveling to the inside of the manor. This is strange. Everything is silent, as if there was no one living here. I'm worried about Anthony. I have to find him. But first I must take off my coat and hat. Is this Anthony? The years have not been kind to him. My coat. Yeah, we can travel back outside, travel back in. Appreciate the music. Grandfather clock is the only sound around here. A note on the table. Dear Mr. Beechworth, due to the recent events, the situation has become unbearable for us and, much to our regret, we have no other choice but to leave. We will remain forever grateful for all those years in your service. God bless you. Mr. and Mrs. Brewer. Okay, looks like somebody left. Ooh dear. This door is stuck. It won't open. I didn't even realize there was a door there. It's too dark. Can't go in any further. Okay. As far as an adventure game goes, this is a bit more linear. Typical of a traditional adventure game back in the day. A deer head overlooks the room with glass eyes. A machine that plays recorded music. I did not know that Anthony was such an enthusiast of new inventions. Funny, I would have thought the gramophone was invented well back in the day. Actually, I might be wrong. I think a recording of sound or music can be played if an engraved cylinder or disc is inserted, but I see no such object in this device. Try showing that to someone nowadays, see if they can figure it out. Cabinet with glasses and some liquor bottles. There's also a matchbox. These matches could come in useful. And unfortunately, nothing else quite useful. Fireplace. It looks like it has not been cleaned in a long time. Well, it's a bit short on the dialogue part. They could have put more fluff text, but I guess it's okay. That large window is wide open, letting the cold dusk air in. Wish I could maybe close it. Nah. Okay, there's only one way. So far, it's quite linear. A seascape. There is a small boat struggling against the roaring waves. I wonder if this is much metaphorical and about the story. A rainy mountain landscape. This is a door. What's this? The kitchen stove and a cleaning cloth. It might come in handy. I'll take it. And it tells you it's the kitchen stove. No more cleaning cloth. Plates and pans. Yeah, things like Captain Obvious. A plate with some days-old leftovers. You can smell it from here. Variety of herbs and ingredients. Guess he's not much of a chef. I have unlatched the door, so this probably leads to the outside. Same crows. No way I'm going near them. Let's explore this area for now. This portrait is crooked. Suppose we could... What's this do? Not right. My gosh, not right. Ooh. An old rosary. A cord of beads with a solid wooden crucifix. There's gonna be a story about that one. This painting depicts a deep, dark forest. No, I can't see that one. A wash basin and some toiletries. Okay, can't interact with that. A lamp to light the way. We can interact with that. I guess... It's a shame that most of these are like, it's kind of like an A and B mechanic. You really need A to make B work, but the puzzles are not that ingenious yet. March 5th, 1891. Master Anthony has made us get rid of our religious objects. What is going on with him? Luckily, I found a place to hide my rosary. I cannot pray every night without it. Probably meant to say I cannot pray at night without it. May 18th, 1891. Master Anthony's been complaining about Alfie. What would a simple cat do to him? He ordered us to keep him out of the house at all times. Still, I cannot let that poor thing starve. He's such a clever cat. Every time I open the window, he knows food is waiting for him. Anyway, I'm worried about Master Anthony. He's growing more and more unlike himself every day. September 15th, 1891. Master Anthony is spending whole days locked inside his office. He wants us to leave him food at the door, but he barely eats anything. I'm really worried. There's a discoloration on the wall in the shape of a cross, as if one had hung there for many years and been recently removed. Not the rosary, but definitely a bunch of other stuff. An empty bowl, like the ones used to feed pets. The window is so dirty I can barely see through to the outside. Let's open it. It looks like the window frame is rotten. I'd need some kind of cord to hold the window open. Okay, so any more astute players of adventure games would know how to keep it open, but let's not open it until we absolutely have to. A small plant brings some life to this place. Door is locked. I should try and find the key to open it. Well, it's like the game of Find the Anthony. Unfortunately, if you're familiar with how a building is designed, at least, or how houses are designed, you kind of know where Anthony is at this point. So the only purpose of that basement purpose is going to be quite different. What the? Some square areas on the wall are visibly cleaner. Looks like some of the paintings are missing. This doorway has been boarded up. They are firmly nailed down. I cannot remove them with my bare hands. Gotta figure it out then. Looks like a nice old bedroom. A double bed. From the accumulated dust, I would guess it has not been slept on for a very long time. No, it has not been slept on in a very long time. A silver key. Must be it, I guess. Yeah, if you don't pay attention to the cursor change, you'd definitely miss this. If this was back in the old days of how adventure games were controlled, nowadays we just have a single cursor that just changes based on context. A gentleman with a serious inquisitive look. Back in the day, you had to use the right mouse button to cycle between the different actions. It allowed for more flavor. I guess I could reinstall Gabriel Knight. I had the 25th anniversary edition on Steam. At least it gives us a look of what adventure games look like back in the day. The fireplace is black with soot. Small photographs and old daguerreotypes, mostly family portraits. This window leads to a balcony shared with the adjacent room. I cannot open the latch. It's stuck. Perhaps I could do so with a small tool. The key is too thick. I need something thinner to remove the latch. Guess that doesn't count. Yep, more missing paintings. It's locked from the inside. So, at least it gives you a clue. At least it tells you why you can't just use the key. So, if we don't use the key there, then I guess we have to go to the other locked, well, store. I guess it doesn't work with that door. So, let's use the fast travel. Let's head on to... I know that he walks faster if there's enough light. Into the abyss. Again, walking slowly because it's lantern light. I think this is a slate disc record. The sleeve reads the Carnival of Venice. Let's see what this is. A slightly rusted iron crowbar. Check. Small pile of firewood, twigs, chunks of dry bark. Can't do anything with that. The boiler looks like it's been out of use for a long time. So I guess we're not igniting this anytime soon. Okay. jump scares just yet, but the atmosphere's a bit creepy. You can actually just inspect all these items here too. Though it's generally the same information. Things get better in the next episodes, but for now, I'm gonna play this record. Okay, if you're wearing headphones, I apologize. It's gonna get a little bit loud and annoying. You've been warned. Even tells you that's awful music. Now, to be fair, the actual Carnival of Venice is much livelier. I guess this is just a bootleg copy. It must be broken. I do not know how to make it stop. Make it stop. No, that'll destroy the gramophone. It must be very expensive. I don't think I probably wouldn't care at this point. Okay, now it's skipping. Oh, I remember back those days. Let's just get out of this. The music has abruptly stopped. Oh, hell no. I actually kind of want to get out of here. Now, to be fair, there is no way to die in this game. So basically, you just get to enjoy the story for the most part. But man, doesn't make that moment any less scary. Okay, why is this room boarded up? My God, what has happened here? The lifeless body of a woman has been here for a few days. Looks like she's clutching a note in her hand. I'm writing what will surely be my final thoughts, my last lines, my last breath. I do not know what kind of dark power has turned my husband into what he is now. Stranger, with a look bereft of all sanity, compassion, and a human warmth. I do not know what shadow has slowly darkened our lives. I do not know this foreign guest that now dwells in our souls. I do not know where it is from, but I am sure it is not from this world. I'll meet my brothers and sisters soon. I'll be free from this abyss of madness and fear. Soon I will stop trembling. Damn. Simple long hairpin. So that one just brings us back to the notes. The writing on the walls reads, "Leave me alone." Who would have written such a thing? No comment on what it was written with? An old wheelchair. Probably hers. Nothing of interest in this dressing table. It is a letter. Dear Margaret, it's been days since Anthony left his office. I can hear him whisper, angrily, frightfully, and it gets worse at night. Our service left a few days ago. Without their help and company, I am lost. I can barely walk out of bed, and not even the doctor will come here after his argument with Anthony. My husband has developed a horrible ability to break anyone's will. I do not know what to do. I do not have any strength left. I wish I could send you this letter. Your dear friend, Anna Beechworth. So this is the missus. A letter in feeble handwriting. I cannot go on. All is lost. I cannot stand their stares. They watch me. They judge me. They despise me. I know they think I am not worthy of this family. But who are they but dust and bones? A memory. Leave me. I do not need you. Leave me alone. This would explain where all those paintings went. The young Anthony, just like I remember him. A woman of strong features and dark hair. She has a bold look in her eyes. She looks like the woman on the bed. She's holding a baby. Could that be Anthony's child? Where is Anthony's child? This old man bears some resemblance to Anthony, but his countenance is marred by a severe, unsettling gaze. This young woman, not yet in her 20s, stares defiantly back at me. A man with blonde hair. I feel as if I've seen him before. There is a big raven perched outside the window, tapping on the glass with its beak. I am not opening it. You want to join your brothers and sisters? They're in the living room. A portrait of Anthony, standing beside a mounted wildcat or lynx. The paint looks fresher around the animal's head. That would just smear the fresh paint. So this was probably his last painting. This hairpin. I guess that is the tin tool that we need. Using the hairpin, I managed to spring the latch with ease. On the top of the ladder, there is a trapdoor with a keyhole, reinforced with gold. I used up the key, so no point in trying. A lynx, mounted and stuffed. This is a fine work of taxidermy. Some sort of spilled chemical product. It smells strongly of vinegar. A can of paint thinner. A common hammer in good condition. Okay, that just opens the door. I wanted to look at this portrait, but remains of chemical experiments. Some strange books, written in a language unknown to me. I have to credit our main character. He has very good eyesight. A map of the region of Sussex, with markings drawn on its surface. A few press cuttings pinned to the wall. The Illustrated London News, 1887. 4 years ago. Judge kills himself under strange circumstances. Daily Telegraph, 1888. Earl found dead floating in the Thames. Times, 1889. Famous actor found bled to death in his hotel room. Now, quick spoiler is that some of these details will actually come to be relevant in later episodes. So as it is, I got a hammer. Wait, paint thinner. I cannot pour the thinner directly onto the canvas. It would remove every layer of paint, the fresh image, as well as whatever originally lay beneath. I dampened the cloth with paint thinner, and surprisingly, the can disappeared. The thinner has worked. The fresh paint is gone, and I can now see the original painting. The lynx's mouth is open, as if it were growling. So I need to crack open that lynx's mouth. Hammer. I would hate to damage this fine work of taxidermy. I know it's video game logic, but somehow... Well, to be fair, the main character doesn't exactly know what happened. For all he knows, his friend could be back. Maybe that's why he's hesitant to destroy the gramophone. Would it have hurt if to just say that? Oh, by the time you get this letter, I'm dead. What's this? A dying crow. Not much life left in it. So I'm picking it up. Gee. Oh, believe it or not, you can actually mute the crow. In an earlier revision of this before the collector's edition, the crow had to be kept alive. The hammer would not. It's like, oh, the thing's dying already. Have pity on him, whatnot. Unfortunately, I think it's time to let Alfie in. Okay, you know what? Fine. Oh wait. I've laid the crow in the bowl. Ah, shoot. I should have just knocked him out first. It's really sad now. But it does make more sense. The crow is crying. That's how the cat hears it to come in. I hear something in the distance. It sounds like a lament. It's gotta be the worst sounding cat ever. Where did the crow go? It walked its way through. No, of course not. There's a tiny dark hole in the wall. The sound is louder down here. In a way, having the closed caption makes the game playable for those who can't hear the sound. And in a way, if you really can't hear the sound, you're kind of blessed in that you don't get shook up by sudden music jump scares. The cat seems to be behind this wall, and I only got one tool left. A black cat is staring at me. But wait, its eyes are missing. Good lord, almost ripped my eyes out. It's run away into the dark. There's an open chest with a dark cloak, a mask, and a knife. This knife could be useful. Nothing else is useful here. I am not going after Alfie. Somehow I think we're... Yeah, there's some... They're gone now. Which might be a problem. If they're gone now, where the heck are they? Oh, there's some notes here too. A few handwritten notes. That damn cat meows every night and it's for me. I know it. He's mocking me. He knows my secret. He knows. I'll not let him ruin everything. I do not have a choice. I have to put an end to his miserable life. Or better yet, I'll blind him. You gabby links. He'll not confess. No, not you. Some torn out diary pages. They'll not bother me anymore. I am done with their censorious gazes, their whispers. It is all ready. There's only one thing left to do. One thing. What thing? Let's get the Gabby links to open up. I managed to get the lynx's mouth open. There's a golden key inside. I probably would have kept the knife. I'm probably gonna need it. This looks like the one in Anthony's portrait. its mouth is shut like it was before I revealed the original painting. Well, now I opened it, so no comment on that. The Golden Force trapdoor is locked. I'll need to find the key. Well, what do you know? We got it. No, this one's relatively short because I didn't do any backtracking. And oh god, no. Anthony, no! Portrait of a woman. Anthony's wife, perhaps. She looks very happy here. Can't interact with anything else, so it's just Anthony. Lifeless body of my dear friend. What madness could have led him to commit such an act? There's something in his pocket. It is a sealed letter. Dear J. Devitt, if you are reading these lines, then I'm nothing but a dead body hanging before you. I write to you in my last shreds of lucidity. You are one of my oldest friends, and when I sent you the letter asking you to come here, I did not doubt for one moment that you would. Had you failed me this evening, everything would have been lost. I found myself involved in a series of horrible incidents. For reasons beyond my comprehension and sanity, I've become a total stranger to myself and to my closest friends, capable of the most indescribable and atrocious acts. I cannot give you any more details at this time. I must ask you to go immediately back to the boarding school where we made that pact, where we all swore on our honor that sentence that would protect us. This letter must not reach anyone, so it is imperative that you destroy it immediately. The lives of the rest of the group, and yours too, are in great danger. Do not delay. They are already waiting for you. Seeing is believing, David. Do not forget that. Always your loyal friend, Anthony Beechwood. Oh, there you are. Oh. Oh my. So this one gives us a detail. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. Wow, actually it's a relatively short video. Actually, I'm gonna check how long I've been playing this one. So as you can see, the game, this episode was funded by Kickstarter. Future episodes were funded by a episodic payment scheme. Eventually, they came up with a collector's edition. So, I'm gonna take a quick break and we're gonna see. So, I'm gonna see if we're gonna explore one of the next episode or one of the extras. So, don't go away if I haven't unnerved you yet. So, stay tuned. Okay, so I figured. Yeah, I figured that we're going to I'm gonna close this out now. So this is a relatively fast one. So between this episode and the follow-up on with the additional magic deck, I think it's close to an hour. But before we close, there are four different extras. So I guess I can show you one. I guess I can show you one of the extras right now. Let's start with the morgue. This one we did not get in the episodic content. The sky is cloudy outside. I have not finished here yet. Here I have the police and medical report. The latter is still blank. According to the police... Okay. The deceased name is Father Ernest Glynn. Okay, so this one's actually a spoiler for the... So this one's actually a spoiler for the second season. So, no, second episode. So I'm going to... Actually... Yeah, I'm going to actually I'm going to actually go back to the main menu on this one. So... Whoops, and... There is an extra that we can watch though. Yeah, Beechwood's Wake. He does not look dead, but just asleep. I barely knew him, busy as he was traveling the world. What would be of man with no aspiration from the other side to inspire or lead him? I knew it would come to this. Your father was a terrible mess of a man. I'm only grateful that he brought you to our home. Soon enough, not long after you were born, I hold no doubt that you will learn from his bad example and grow up to be a righteous gentleman. What could there be greater than the efforts of mortals to rise from their miserable condition? So, this is... I don't think this is the guy that just hung himself. We will speak later, young man. Okay. We're busy. Yeah, sure. This is so sad. He was most dearest to me. You know, your father was a complicated man. He had a strong character and was stubborn as a mule when he had taken a determination. I don't think that's what it meant. He believed he had a mission in this world, though I'm not sure he knew exactly what it was. That which avoids description, the unknown, provides men with a reason to exist. So, why did he do this? Poor cousin. This is a most sorrowful day. Mr. Beechworth was a great man, lad. I guess this is Anthony Beechworth, the young man we're controlling right now. This is an obscure domain. Its secrets taken my man from the silence of nature and death. You are the young Beechworth, is that right? Your father left you everything, Anthony. The house, his accounts, and all his belongings for you to receive when you come of age. He was very specific in his testament, though, that you should receive this promptly. His personal logbook. These are the memoirs of my life, my research and knowledge of the other side. Other side? Use them wisely, son. Dude, what have you been doing? Yeah, that's the extra I want to show you. In fact, I could have shown that one first before doing the first episode, but this one's quite okay. So, that's it for this episode of, I guess I would call it the Last Door Adventure Run. Well, there are 4 episodes here, 4 episodes on the second season, so a total of 8. So this is a very short series. I guess I'll just use this as some filler in between, I guess. This is actually one of the first few games that I bought on Steam. I wasn't into video gaming that much at that point in my life. Let's put it simply, in my country there was this huge culture of, oh, you just pirate everything, you get to get all the latest games on the cheap. Unfortunately, just having everything means you got burnt out on everything too soon. You got to get everything but not appreciate anything. So this work was probably one of the first few that I appreciated in a very long time. And it's actually from here that I started getting a few additional Steam games on the cheap as well. So, and I guess one thing led to another. I eventually moved back into the world of gaming, moved towards more multiplayer gaming. But storytelling in itself has a holds a deep place in my heart for me. Being able to tell stories about either great things or deep dark things like this. So that's it for this episode of the Last Door Adventure Run. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll probably be doing this one once a week. I might end up doing something. I might end up doing another adventure game, or if I get my setup properly, I might do something a bit more action based. I was thinking of doing Darkest Dungeon, but then I realized you guys see a lot of RNG already in Magic Arena. The last thing you want to see me is go through even more RNG. Or do you? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time.